Huge news, major AI power move. Guys, let's jump in and talk about the news we saw today, which is the partnership that's been announced between Google and Apple, the impact that it's going to have on the Magnificent Seven group, the impact it'll have on AI investing, what it'll mean to both of those companies. So today I want to jump in and talk about the deal, what it means for the companies, and the impact that it could have on other Magnificent Seven companies. But before we do that, do me a favor, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure you turn on the notifications so you get notified when I drop my next video. I'm going to be putting out a video every day, as I mentioned, to try to bring value to you, to make sure I'm sharing some of the insights and the trends from the market, so you in turn can be more knowledgeable and make sure you make better choices with your investments. So let's jump in overall and let's talk about the deal. As I mentioned, it was a massive partnership that was announced today. So Google and Apple came out in a joint statement, and what they said is that Google's Gemini model will power Apple's intelligence moving forward, that it's going to include all of their AI features. In particular, it's going to focus on what they're calling is a supercharged Siri that'll be rolled out later this year in April, I think in springtime of the year overall. But guys, this is a massive move within the Mag 7 group. It's a massive move within AI investing. So what does the deal exactly mean and the impact for the companies? So overall, the deal itself, you may have seen it in the news, but it is a multi-year collaboration between Apple and Google, where Apple's next generation foundation model, so the brains behind their AI, will be powered by Google's Gemini tech and their cloud infrastructure. And so Apple Intelligence will be driven, and all the features of Apple Intelligence will be driven by Gemini, and particularly the new upgraded Siri that'll be launched in April or spring of this year, as I mentioned. But the most important part of the deal overall for Apple is they'll get the benefits of Gemini. They'll embed that into their systems, but they maintain privacy. That was one of the big components of the deal, is Apple wanted to ensure that we'll take Gemini into our ecosystem. We'll allow our users to have it on the iPhones. We'll allow our users to have it on their private cloud computes, but we're not sharing the data. We'll not send data to the Google servers. So that's a big move for Apple. I think it's a big plus for us Apple users as well, or iPhone users as well. And reports have the deal pegged to be about $1 billion annually that Apple will send to Google to ensure to get the benefits or to get Gemini within their phones. But it's also, at the end of the day, it's a huge nod in the marketplace that Gemini is winning. Remember that Apple's been flirting with other chat models, such as OpenAI and Anthropic, but in the end, they're choosing Gemini to be their partner. It's a massive statement to the market. It's like a big celebrity coming out and choosing a product and endorsing a product in the marketplace. This is a massive win for Google. But that's enough for me. Let's hear what some of the analysts have to say about this. So let's jump over and listen to a quick clip on just what the analysts have to say about it. So guys, just jump in. Let me get that started.
Two of the biggest names in tech are teaming up to just be that much bigger, I guess. Apple announcing today that Gemini will power Siri, and Deirdre Bosa has more in Tech Check. And Deirdre, I think the real significance here is that this was supposed to be a whole ChatGPT thing, and now here comes Gemini, right?
Exactly. So the partnership itself, it surprised no one, but you're right, Kelly. It absolutely hits OpenAI where it hurts. More momentum for Gemini, which has been gaining ground in terms of traffic and usage. This chart has been circulating for the last week or so, really just showing sort of how they're converging and how Gemini is catching up.
So let's stop the video there. Momentum for Gemini. It's hitting OpenAI where it hurts. And take a look at the chart that's on your screen. That's looking from 2022 to November of last year. Look at how Gemini is closing the gap. Now imagine how much they'll close that gap when they're embedded into 2 billion plus devices worldwide with the Apple ecosystem. You're going to see those charts come significantly together. So what does this deal or partnership mean for both companies? Let's quickly cover that. For Apple, it's easy. It's a turbo boost. They're getting themselves a turbo boost to catch up in AI. We know they were seen as lagging in this area. We know that Siri has been lagging behind other models. But now with the embedding of Gemini, the AI will be faster, it'll be smarter, and it'll be a significant better user experience for Apple owners. It's a massive win. So for them, they're getting faster innovation. They don't have to build it in-house, so they're saving billions of the investment to build a solution in-house. That $1 billion every year they're going to send to Google for Gemini is a significant savings, a really smart move for the company. And overall, I think if the AI features of Gemini wow users, we very well can see the iPhone sales jump. We could see revenue, we could say service revenues growth. Some are expecting to see that this could mean a 15% bump in earnings for Apple in 2026. But there are some risks, of course. The biggest risk would be more partnerships with Google and dependence on Google may very well start to boost some of the antitrust concerns that we have already seen with their search engines. But in the end, this is a win for Apple, and their stock ticked up slightly today. I think they picked up almost $1. It was 88 cents on the day at the close. For Google, on the other hand, on the flip side, this is a massive win. It's a massive validation of Gemini as a top-tier AI model in the marketplace. And they edged out OpenAI in this key partnership with Apple. Plus, they'll get revenue of $1 billion that'll add to their cloud growth. But most importantly, it provides them a massive ecosystem with Apple users that will quickly accelerate Gemini's evolution within the marketplace. And on top of that, it strengthens the AI moat that they already have. We know that Gemini is the AI model that powers Samsung's Galaxy AI. And now by bringing in 2 billion plus devices from the Apple ecosystem, it's a massive win for Google. And we saw today how the market responded. Their valuation ticked up over $4 trillion, and their stock almost grew $4 on the day. Really smart move for Google. Great partnership. Continuing to see these magnificent 7 companies come together in a smart way is something I'd love to see. But overall, there are some downsides. Let me cover that quick before we talk about Mag 7. So the only downside I really see that if the integration, if it lags, if it flops, it could have big reputational damage for Gemini. But I think that's such a minimal concern overall, honestly. And I think Google is coming out of this. They're going to be seen as a true AI leader. Now, the impact on other Magnificent 7 companies. If we look at Google, they have a direct win. They potentially boost their revenues by 5 to 10% with this AI deal. We know that Apple has an immediate win. They have a turbocharge with their AI. They get themselves right into position against some of their peers in the Magnificent 7 group. It's a big win for them. It's going to put pressure on Microsoft as well. Remember, Apple was flirting with OpenAI, was testing it, and they decided to go with Gemini instead. This is going to put pressure on their relationship between these two companies. It'll be interesting to see. We'll have to keep our eye on how the executives navigate that relationship moving forward. If we look at other companies like NVIDIA indirectly wins. More AI demand, it means more GPUs for Gemini training. It's a big win for NVIDIA. They'll continue to benefit from this AI investment. And then if we look at Amazon, if we look at Meta, keep our eye on to see what they may do. They may feel they have to reach out and do a partnership or invest more to ensure that they're competing in the AI space. But overall, guys, this reinforces the Mag 7 dominance. It reinforces the 300 billion plus mark that is projected for spending in AI this year. And it just shows the impact that this market itself, that this deal highlights that AI will continue to be a major investment option in 2026. So there you have it. That's my take on the Google, Apple, Gemini pact and how it could redefine AI in 2026, benefiting both those companies and the impact it may have on some of the other Magnificent 7 companies. But what do you think? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Are you bullish on Google? Are you concerned maybe that this is going to ramp up more antitrust concerns than they already have? Are you bullish on other companies in the Magnificent 7? Do me a favor, drop a comment in there. And while you're doing that, make sure you take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It means a lot, guys. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you taking time to listen to this video. I hope you have a great night, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care, everybody.